I'm Kelly O'Connor. I'm president of the Williamson County Library Foundation, and on behalf of everybody, thank you for being here and welcome artists. Let's give everybody, all these incredible artists, a big round of applause. Looking around at this caliber of art, it is just impossible to realize that these are fourth graders. I commend each of you, all of you young artists. Thank you for participating. You're all incredibly talented, and please continue with this because you have a real gift. So thank you. And I do have one shameless self-promotion that I have to share, is that the Williamson County Library Foundation is a nonprofit. We are kind of the fundraising arm of the library system in Williamson County. So this is just one of the programs. This admittedly is probably our favorite of the programs, but we also do summer reading. We do Lego programs. We have winter reading and a lot of live performances throughout the years at each of our branches in the Williamson system. So please know that the big payback is coming up on May 4th, so you might be hearing something about it, and if you're able to give a couple dollars or more, we would be grateful for it. Now, it's my great pleasure, and I don't know how we were lucky enough to get Kerry Wu here tonight to speak to us, but I have the huge good fortune to introduce to you the incredible photographer and Lego artist, Kerry Wu.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. It's great to be here, and I'm just amazed at the talent in this room. So parents, grandparents, thank you so much for inspiring your kids to create this wonderful art. I mean, I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God. I went to everyone and just like, oh my God. So you guys, your kids, just keep doing it, because when I was your age, I used to be in school and I was never really good at science and history, which I'm saying don't do that, but I used to just draw all the time. I used to draw model cars and airplanes and just paint, watercolor and acrylics and stuff. But I used, as I got older, I became a internet kind of guy and, photographer. I just love taking pictures of people and buildings and things like that. And then I'm a commercial photographer. I do architectural photographer as well in Nashville. Again, I'm Kerry Wu. You can find me on Facebook or on Kerry Wu Photography on the web. And but how I got started in Lego, I've only been doing it for 2 years. And which is, the thing is, you're never too old to create, So I didn't want to be that old guy that was doing woodworking and building birdhouses and whirlybirds and stuff like that. Plus, I like kind of keeping my fingers. And so I went to an architectural photography conference in Las Vegas. And this guy named Mike Kelly, he's a LA architectural guy. He said everybody needs to have a personal project to focus on. He was an architectural photographer, but he also loved aviation. So he tells a story, he was at the LA airport just taking pictures of planes kind of coming in. That's a hobby as well. I used to do that in Nashville. You take a picture of a plane coming in, you look up the tail number, you can tell where the plane was made and where it came from and all that kind of stuff. But he was out there for 8 hours and he puts together all these prints of these 100 planes coming in and out. And he sells a lot of prints, so that's his other passion, aviation besides architecture. So I kind of came back to Nashville and said, this is great. It's normally November, December is kind of slow. And I always kind of think about what to do for the next year. So I got this postcard in the mail that the Nashville Public Library was holding a Lego contest. And I said, Becky, I got to enter this and I got to win it. So I did. I built a cityscape thing. And, just like when you get the affirmation and accolades here, just that fuels your creativity. So I got 3 first place prizes. And so just kind of fueled that thing and started hitting yard sales and things like that, and just getting all the different pieces. And then 1 year later, entered again and got another 3, first place prizes. And then it just kind of fueled that creativity. So I watched a lot of YouTube. I built, part of the Lego community. How many people here ever seen Lego Masters on TV? Great. On Tuesday, May 31st, it's coming up. They just released this. I'm going to show you for just 31 seconds here. I guess it's okay to show this on, so I don't know if it got sound or.
Lego Masters is back. This time we've got a YouTube 3. We're in plastic. Boom boom time. Every new season, hang out with celebrity time. Dinosaurs or living.
But it's, I know some of these people, they're like 12 builders and teams, and they just do this challenges of creativity and stuff like that. And it's just a challenge. When you stretch your creativity, you get inspired. I go downtown, I see all these great buildings that are coming up, and of course I'm honored to photograph them, but everything looks like Lego to me now, So I said, I can build that, and I can make that. And so this last building on the right here, I kind of started with a little Harry Potter thing. I was downtown at the Vanderbilt University, and they built this dormitory. I said, that's kind of an unusual building. I think I can build that, and I need to try to build that. And then it morphed into a cathedral. And for you parents, there's a story that there's this church in Paris that burned down, and they were rebuilding. This architect guy said, he came up to 3 guys and said, what are you guys doing? And the first guy said, I'm laying bricks. The second guy says, I'm earning a living to support my family. And the third person says, I'm building a cathedral. And so it's just how you approach your things in life and all that. So I guess the message I just want to kind of wrap it up is just, parents, grandparents, feed that creativity, because you never know where it's going to go. If you don't, your kids will grow up and they'll work in corporate, and the only thing of creativity they'll do is create some PowerPoints. And but it's the same thing. It doesn't have to be Lego. It can be art. It can be cooking, gardening. There's a lot of things that can bring a lot of joy to people. Anything visual. I mean, I'm standing up here. I'm just still got goosebumps looking at this art here, and so congrats to the artists here, and I'm honored to speak to you and say thank you so much. Hope to see you next year, and watch Lego Masters. Very family friendly. And guys, just keep painting. So I got one little fun fact. I forgot to mention. You know that you can take 6 Lego bricks like this, and somebody figured out you can make. Anybody want to guess how many different combinations you can make using 6 bricks? Any math? Yes, sir.
36.
How many?
36.
36 different shapes and
42?
42. No, bigger. Yes.
36 million.
No, not quite. Well, wait a minute. It's 915-103-765. So that's what, 915 million? 103-765. So here, you can try this tonight. So anyway, so if you can't start doing Legos, that's great. Happy to help and stuff like that. So just reach out. There is a Lego show at Opry Mills. The guy called Brickman, from Australia. He's a judge on the Lego show in Australia. But they built some, they got an airplane that's about the size of this table, a ship, a big caterpillar, bulldozer, Eiffel Tower, all that kind of stuff. The best $18 you'll ever spend. So it's good family stuff. So anyway, any questions? Anything I can answer? Go home, be inspired. Mom and dads, do some cooking, some barbecuing, get your creativity going. Again, artists, thank you so much for, you guys inspired me with your paintings and drawings, so thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
Hi, my name is Alessandra Ng. I go to Trinity Elementary, and my teacher is Miss Hendren.
Miss Hendrum, oh, she's a great art teacher, isn't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, looking at that beautiful piece of art beside you, can you tell me what inspired you to make that great painting?
I didn't really have an inspiration. I just, we had to do it in school, and yeah, that's
You had
it.
to do it in school.
Yeah.
Did the teacher pick the colors, or did you pick the colors?
She took paint, and then we had to mix black or white to make the colors.
Make the colors. Oh, that's very nice. I like the different hues that you made. And can you tell us, how much do you love art?
I love art. I like to draw a lot and paint.
You like to draw and paint a lot. Well, you've done a beautiful job, and thank you so much for coming today.
All right, hi, can you tell us your name?
Sage,
Hi, Sage, and what school do you go to?
Crockett Elementary,
And what's the name of your art teacher?
Miss J.
All right, can you tell me a little bit about the assignment that spawned this work of art?
Well, we just did where you want to read collages, and so I did trees. Don't know why.
Where you want to read? That's cool. Do you like being outside in the trees?
Yeah, I love climbing them.
So tell me a little bit about your process here. How did you make that?
So we took pieces of paper and drew and watercolored and painted on them, and then we cut them out and just glued them on pieces of paper.
This is a very creative forest. How did you come up with those colors and patterns?
I honestly don't know. We just mixed watercolor.
What was the most fun part of making it?
Probably making the paper and watercoloring and painting on it.
What do you like best about art?
I don't know. I love it all.
Do you want to keep making it? All right. Well, thank you very much for being here. That is a great piece of artwork. And thank you, Sage. All right, hi. Can you tell us your name?
Addie,
And Addie, what school do you go to?
Hunter's Bend,
And what's the name of your art teacher?
Rachel Smith.
Rachel Smith. Can you tell us a little bit about the assignment that spawned this piece of art?
We were asked to do a paper mache, and we got all sorts of materials, and we could do texture and rip paper, and yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about what's going on here in the picture.
Well, that's my cat, and then that's a little squirrel. He's trying to hunt. And then this is the sky, and then that's the landscape in the back.
That's awesome. What's your cat's name?
Baloo.
Does Blue like to chase squirrels?
He's old, so he used to.
So did you make that little squirrel just by cutting out paper?
Yeah,
That's a really good squirrel.
thank you.
What was your favorite part about making that?
I like how I put my cat in it. And yeah.
And what's your favorite thing about art?
I enjoy making my own kind of art, but also inspired by looking at other art.
Oh, what other art are you interested in?
I like looking at sketches or pictures, and I just draw them.
Very cool. Do you want to keep on making art? All right, I hope you do. That's a great picture. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, can you tell us your name?
Red,
And what school do you go to?
Richard Elementary,
And what is the name of your teacher?
Miss Amy.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about the assignment?
We were making books, we all us, and he told us to get them out, and then we moved them on, and then we used it special like water paints to do the background, and then when we were done, we moved it on.
Wow. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about how you made those trees?
So we used it back paint, and then she showed us to use a paper, and then she showed us to go to the side and then go to the other side.
That's cool. Was that fun?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Doing the background
The background's great. How did you decide on the rainbow?
because everybody was doing a rainbow, they wouldn't do, so I wanted to do it that I do.
Nice. Way to be your own person. All right. Well, do you want to keep making art?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about art?
Wally was just kind of making stuff up.
All right. That is fun. Well, thank you so much. That is a beautiful piece. Those are great birch trees. Thank you. Hi, can you tell us your name?
My name is Teja Harish.
All right. And what school do you go to?
I go to Longview Elementary School.
And who is your art teacher?
My teacher is Kristen Hamilton.
All right. And can you tell us a little bit about this assignment?
The art would it was about the Starry Night, so we were supposed to do kind of an artwork like that, and many kids did. We were supposed to actually use lines, but I used circles instead. But I kind of didn't do what what the art teacher said, and yeah, but I still got selected. I also used the eraser to make it look smooth. So my art teacher still liked it, and I really think it was good, and I still appreciate everyone else who followed the rules. But mine was also good. So.
Wow. Well, sometimes your creativity takes you to break the rules. That's great.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the picture?
Yeah, the picture, the little balls, the yellow balls are stars. The big one at the corner is the moon, and I tried to make it look like animation by I put eraser around there to make the stars look like they're in motion. And down here I made an airplane, and I used oil pastel to make it. And here I used a China marker and also paint to use it. So I used my creativity. Yeah.
Very good. What was your favorite part about making it?
My favorite part about making it was the stars. They look really nice and beautiful, and the bottom, I really liked the buildings and the plane, so I really liked everything about it.
Yeah, I love the contrast you have of the dark city and the colorful sky.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about making art?
My favorite part about making art is about using your creativity to make things you love, and every artwork has a story behind it. So there are many stories behind art, and that is mine for this one. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, hi, can you tell us your name?
Brianna Emil,
And what school do you go to?
Clovercroft Elementary.
And what is the name of your art teacher?
Miss Cameron.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about the assignment?
It was a guided art project, and I used paint, oil pastel, and Sharpie.
Paint, oil, pastel, and Sharpie. Cool. Can you tell me a little bit about how you went about creating it there? What was your process?
So first, like, we made the circles, and then we did the lines through them, and then we colored, and I did these would be like cool, and then these would be warm, and then there's one was like mixed, and I would like flip it.
It's great contrast. I like it. What was the most fun part about making that?
Probably coloring it.
Coloring it. And what made you think to use those particular colors? It's very colorful.
Because like I just used all the colors I have for like the warm ones and the cool ones.
Maximalist approach. I love it. What's your favorite thing about art?
I don't know.
Okay, well, do you like making it?
Yeah.
All right, keep it up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, hi, can you tell us your name?
I'm Charles Osberg.
And Charles, what school do you go to?
Grassland Elementary.
And what is the name of your art teacher?
Miss English.
And can you tell us about the assignment?
So it's about this piece of art that you do like patterns with abstract portraits and stuff like that. And I used pastels and chalk, oil pastels and chalk.
Okay, so how did you come up with this face design? That's very creative.
So we used like a little video, but then we got to like put it in like customize it however you want.
Oh, can you tell me a little bit about the picture there, the colors, and what is that? Is that a mustache behind his nose?
So I just put it in like sections of things, and I put like patterns in some of them. Some of them I put plain, and yeah, I put just patterns everywhere.
And how'd you come up with your color pattern there?
Well, I just outlined it with black, and I just picked random colors.
Man, it turned out really well. What was your favorite part of making that?
Probably like the things around the eyes, how it's like those L things.
Oh yeah, I see that. Very cool. And what's your favorite thing about art?
That I get to draw. I don't like coloring really. I just like to draw.
Awesome. What kind of stuff do you like to draw? What's your favorite?
Anime.
Anime?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, keep it up. Thank you so much. That's a great piece of artwork. Hi, can you tell us your name?
I'm Caroline Jenkins.
And Caroline, what school do you go to?
I go to College Grove Elementary.
And what is the name of your art teacher?
My art teacher's name is Miss Alvar.
And can you tell us a little bit about the assignment?
Okay, so the assignment was like each year Miss Alvar does this thing at the beginning of the year where you do something where your name is hidden in art. So this one is like, you can kind of see my name. There's a C there, A-R-O-L-I-N-E. You can kind of see it.
I do see it. That is very cool. So is that the mirror image then on the other side?
Yeah, it's like, I don't remember how we did it. Like, I remember sometimes we fold it and then we kind of use scissors and then it makes it look like the design is on that side so it can kind of trace it. So I think that's how he did it. I don't actually remember.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit more about the picture? What's going on there in the background?
So the background is like a different planet. There's like a weird tree here. There's like a little sign with different like language on it, and then there's like a little weird bird going right here.
That's very creative. So what made you think of just an alternate planet?
Well, like I do like drawing about space. I do have a style where it's like a space area, and it's like there's a bubble with like spikes in it, and it's very interesting.
That sounds cool. What was your favorite part about making this one?
It was probably about drawing the name. It was very interesting to see how it like just like to draw the name and kind of see how it just turned out. That was probably the best part.
And then what did you use to make it? Is that all colored pencil?
It's colored pencil. This is crayon. You use the side of the crayon and rub it, and it's better than streaks because you get like those like overlapping colors. And like he has like patterns in his body and boots, because like you can see his little boots here. He has like rainbow there and a little bit of swirl there. And there's like, he has like a collar here or something, or mouth, I don't know actually. You can think about it however you want.
Yeah, great art leaves a little bit up to the interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about making art?
It's like the creativity that you can use and like how you can just do anything you want there. And it's like, you can like retry until you like it. That's like one of my favorite things. And also like, I come home every day and like, Mom, get out my paint. Because like, I go up to my room, grab the scissors and stuff, and I like, yesterday I'm making this one where I'm taking a cardboard box and I'm painting it to be like some sort of box for something, I don't know.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel happy and relaxed. Like my favorite form of relaxing is just sitting down and doing art.
That's awesome. Well, this looks like it was very fun to make, and it is very fun to look at. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Hi, can you tell us your name?
Ella Blackburn,
And the name of your school?
Thompson Station,
And what's the name of your art teacher?
Miss Turner.
Can you tell us a little bit about Miss Turner's assignment here?
She told us to create a building or a tower of some sort.
And then sky's the limit after that. So how did you come up with this? It's very creative.
I was trying to go for like not really real, just kind of like a dream or something.
It does look very dreamlike. Can you tell me about some of the stuff that's going on here in the picture?
I would just try to like make stuff look like unusual and weird.
It's very unusual and weird. What is this little, is that like a baby or a doll sitting there?
It's a bear.
A bear, awesome. Well, how did you make it? Is that all colored pencil?
It's crayon.
Crayon? Wow. Tell me a little bit about the process here for the yellow brick road. How did you make that with crayons?
Well, I did try to shade a lot of stuff, so.
Okay. Is this a building that you've seen in your own dreams?
No.
Okay. I'm glad you were able to dream it up while you were awake. What was your favorite part of making this?
Just the amount of color in it.
Awesome. What's your favorite part about making art?
Like just being able to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are you going to keep making it? All right. Well, thank you very much. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing it with us. Hi, can you tell us your name?
Tally McCarthy.
And Hallie, what school do you go to?
I go to Chapman's Retreat.
And what's the name of your art teacher?
Miss B.
All right, and can you tell us a little bit about the assignment you were tasked with here?
Miss B showed us this artist, I forgot her name, and she had very delicate bones, and she drew really fascinating art pieces. And she assigned us to draw something with like cool patterns or something like that.
Awesome. And how did you come up with this?
Me and my friend Cassidy, she and I were drawing each other, and I drew her like that.
And how did you come up with that style of face and hair? I think it is very stunning.
I don't know.
Okay. And then what's the significance of the half blue and the half purple?
The purple didn't have enough ink.
All right. And then what is she wearing there on her outfit?
She always wears a sweatshirt, and I didn't have the right color, so I made it brown with spots.
Got it. And what did you use to make that? Is that all marker?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What was the most fun part about making it?
I think it was making the face.
Yeah, that's a great face. What other kind of art do you like to do?
I like to make dogs.
Dogs? Awesome. What do you just draw them? Or how do you make dogs?
I sketch out lightly like circles, and then I erase them and trace out the dog.
Yeah, that's fun. What's your favorite part about making art?
I like how when I fail, I give up for a day, and then I try it again, and then it turns out better.
That is a great motto for life in general. All right, well, keep on making art. Thank you for sharing this with us. Appreciate it. It's beautiful. Hi, can you tell us your name?
My name is Ava Williams.
And Ava, what school do you go to?
I go to Franklin Elementary.
And what's your art teacher's name?
My art teacher's name is Miss Alvarado.
And what was the assignment that she gave you for this picture?
The assignment was we had like a pencil. We drew out owls and then we painted on them, and then the paint, because on the wooden, like it was inside of it. So then we printed it onto a piece of paper, and then we cut it out and then put it, and then we had this instead of just like a big blob of paint because it was carved out.
So kind of like a stamp almost? Mm-hmm. That's very cool. Was it hard to carve it?
No, it was really easy foam. It was actually like delicate.
Oh, okay.
So,
awesome. Yeah. And then tell me a little bit about how did you come up with that background there? Could you just do whatever you wanted behind it?
Yeah. Me and my art teacher decided to do like stripes to make it more like colorful and pop, because the owl is just black and white. And we added like a tree, like to make it just like to be like, it's like not floating, but it's like on a tree limb instead of just like in the air.
Smart. And then what did you use to create the colors? What material was that?
I think it's something like crayon, but like more like of a marker. So like crayon and marker together.
Got it. And tell me a little bit about the owl. Have you ever drawn an owl before?
Not really, but because she had like an inspiration on her board, so then I mixed together some of the inspiration into my own ideas, and I really like flowers, so I mixed together some flowers in it.
Yeah, I was noticing his little face looked like a flower and his little eyes looked like a flower. That's very cool. All right, what was the most fun part of making that?
Probably like just making the owl itself, because I really like that I got to just do it by myself and not just like have like a whole entire like inspiration for it, but I got to like do some creativity with it.
That's very creative, and it sounds like it was a fun process too.
It was.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing about art?
My favorite thing about art is probably like sculpting. I really like clay because you get to make things that you can actually like display.
What's your favorite sculpture you've made?
Probably we made a chameleon this year, and that was probably my favorite because it was a lot of steps, but it was probably my favorite out of all of them.
That's very cool. All right, were you gonna keep making art?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. That's awesome. Hi, can you tell us your name?
My name is Insi Amara,
And what school do you go to?
Kenrose Elementary School.
And what's the name of your teacher?
Miss Virginia Nix.
And can you tell us a little bit about the assignment that she gave you?
This assignment she gave us was inspired by the French artist Henri Matisse. It was his fishbowl painting, and for this we had to make a mixed media, so you could see the background and the fishbowl and the leaves and the goldfish. So overall we had to make like a mixed media project.
So how many different medias did you use on this?
So we used 4 techniques. So the background that we see here is wax resist. We used primary and secondary colors, and we used first crayon to like actually make the designs on the background, and then we painted over it with paint. And then we see the fishbowl, which is we made with blue bleeding tissue paper, which got this really nice effect on the paper. And then for the goldfish, we did marble painting with gold and orange paints. And then finally for the leaves, we did sponge painting.
Wow. So what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was doing the sponge painting.
Cool. So I don't know if I know what sponge painting is. Can you describe that for me?
So the only thing that is like what it is basically like a sheet of paper, and then you take whatever colors you want. I chose green for the leaves, and then you just take a sponge and just sponge it all on the paper to make that effect.
And then the goldfish there, did you have to cut those out?
Yes. So first on the paper we made like that marble effect by like having painted marbles, and then we switched them around on a tray. So that made these strokes and lines on the paper, and then we just cut out goldfishes.
Those are really good looking goldfish, and it really does look like they're swimming in water. The vase is very cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You used great colors there. What's your favorite thing about making art?
The favorite thing is that there's no limits in art, so you can draw whatever you want, and no one's gonna say anything about it because it like if it represents something, or it's like basically you on a piece of paper.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Please keep on creating art. This is excellent, and thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Hi, can you tell us your name?
My name is Matthew Hamilton.
And Matthew, what school do you go to?
I go to Bethesda Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Pitsley.
And what did she assign you here?
So we have something in our school called Art to Remember, where we make this one art piece that you keep at home, and this is my Art to Remember piece.
Okay, so what does that mean, art to remember?
It's where every year we have a piece of art to remember.
All right, tell me a little bit about the picture here. What's going on there?
This is a sunset right here, and with a waterfall coming. Yeah, it's a waterfall with the sunset and mountains, and that's it.
And what inspired you to make that scene?
My mom goes to art classes, and she drew a sunset with 2 people fishing, and it was near mountains, and that's what inspired me.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about the process there? What did you use to make that?
I used oil pastels, and in kindergarten they told me that you could smear oil pastels to blend. I did that, and I also used marker.
Awesome. What was your favorite part about making it?
Probably blending the yellow with the
Yeah.
red.
And did you do a little blending there on the waterfall to make that look
Yep.
cascading?
Yep.
That's very cool. Do you like going to the mountains?
Yeah, we go to some place called Jackson Falls.
Oh, so you've seen the falls in real life.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that's a great picture. What's your favorite thing about making art?
I like that it's something that you can like create something creative that is yours. I like Star Wars, so I draw lots of Mandalorians.
Awesome. That's fun. All right, well, keep it up. Thank you for sharing this picture with us. It's beautiful. All right, can you tell us your name?
Sam Shelton,
And Sam, what school do you go to?
Oakview Elementary.
And who is your art teacher?
Miss Johnson.
And what did Miss Johnson assign you?
She told us to make a collage using old newspapers and creating trees and a landscape.
That's very cool. So tell me a little bit about how you did that?
Well, we would make the outline of the trees and then glue on the newspaper, and then after that you'd make the ground and then maybe a background.
And what did you use to make the ground in the background?
We use watercolors.
Watercolors? What was the most fun part about making it?
Probably making the sunset.
The sunset's cool. I do like how it's going behind those mountains. And what made you decide to make the mountains blue?
It's like the yellow behind it is very bright and blue is a lot darker.
That's a good contrast. Was it hard to keep those newspapers in the lines?
If it came out, well, I'd make sure that it didn't come out when I glued it, because when you ripped it, you could just, if it didn't fit, you could just rip it more.
What kind of glue did you have to use?
Just like glue sticks.
Just glue sticks? That's very cool. All right, well, what other kind of art do you like to make?
I like to make landscapes and I like to draw animals.
What's your favorite animal to draw?
I like drawing dogs.
Dogs? Awesome. We've had a few people tonight that have said they love drawing dogs. Do you have a dog at home?
Yes, sir.
Do you ever draw it? Oh, them? Do you draw them?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing about making art?
You can just draw whatever you want.
All right. Well, keep it up. That's a great picture. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. Hi, can you tell us your name?
May,
And May, what school do you go to?
Scales Elementary,
Scales Elementary. And who is your teacher?
Miss Double
And what was the assignment?
to make a sun with chalk and then like a vine.
You used chalk to make that.
Yes.
Oh, tell me what that was like.
It was very fun to blend it.
Yeah. So how did you do it? Tell me a little bit about the picture there.
So we started out making like a white circle out of a softball sort of size, and then started getting darker, and then on the edge we made red marks to make it look like a sun, and then we painted purple and pink paint and made it into a flower and added a vine made out of yarn and painted dots on it to make it look like fun flowers.
So you put yarn onto that too?
Yes.
How did you get that to stay?
We had to glue it on.
Wow, that's cool. Have you ever drawn a vine before?
Not really.
You did a good job on the first try. And how did you choose those colors?
So basically we had to use like pink or blue because it needs to contrast with the yellow. And we didn't want it to look like sky, and we couldn't use green, so we all chose pink and purple and blue.
Oh, part of the assignment was you're not allowed to use green?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. Well, we won't tell her you're sitting on a green chair. All right, well, so what other kind of art do you like to make?
I like painting, sketching, drawing, doodling.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Probably like people.
People?
Portraits.
Oh, like real people?
Yes.
Have you drawn your family?
Not really.
Have you drawn yourself?
Yes.
All right. What's your favorite thing about art?
To be creative.
Well, you were very creative on this. I love it. I'm going to get a closer look at that yarn. It's very beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
My name is Brooke Porter. I go to Hillsborough School, and my art teacher's name is Miss Hooker.
Miss who?
Hooker.
Hooker. Okay, wonderful. And in your art class, Miss Hooker gave you an assignment. And can you tell us what assignment she gave you?
Just to make a pot with cactus in it.
Make a pot with cactus. Those are very beautiful and very colorful. Can you tell me the medium that you used to make that beautiful painting?
Watercolor.
Watercolor. And do you like watercolors?
Yeah.
Do you like art? What's your favorite art medium to use?
Probably just colored pencil.
Colored pencils. And when you use colored pencils, what do you draw with them?
I kind of like drawing cats.
Cats, cool. What's your favorite cat?
Probably the Russian blue.
Oh, Russian blue. And do you have one?
No.
You don't have a cat?
I have 3 cats.
3 cats. Oh, wow. Good. And is there any other thing about art that you love? What's your favorite thing about making art projects?
Just that you can do anything. You can just explore.
And your favorite one to do is what?
I don't really know. It's
just art?
Yeah.
That's okay. Art is wonderful. It's a wonderful medium. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for sharing your beautiful artwork.
So my name is Hannah Steckley, and I go to Creekside Elementary. And do I say my art teacher's first name?
You can just say Mrs. or Miss.
Miss Allen is
Miss
my art
Al
teacher.
Is your art teacher. Great job. And Hannah, can you tell us something about the project that had you to create that beautiful piece of art?
Well, we were doing Living Globe at my school, and 4th grade's continent was Europe, and we were doing stained glass because that's a European art form. And we started out by making a geometrical design and copying it down on 1/4 of the paper. And then we painted over it with black paint. And while the paint was still wet, we folded it over so half of it had a pattern. And then we folded the half over so the whole thing had a pattern. And then the next art class, we used chalk pastel to put the colors in. And then we painted over it with water to get the even look.
Oh, wow. That's very creative. That was a lot of work. You did a beautiful job. Was it fun?
Yes.
And exciting?
Yeah.
Especially after you see the artwork that you created. Can you tell me your favorite medium to use? Like, what items do you like to make art with?
Well, my favorite medium to use is probably a mix of watercolors and like colored pencils or crayons.
Oh, cool. And what type of things do you make with that besides that beautiful stained glass piece?
Well, I did a coloring sheet where like of a bedroom where the floor and the walls were watercolor and everything else was colored pencil.
Oh, beautiful. You're very creative. Now, is art your favorite subject?
Either favorite or second favorite.
Oh, 1 or 2. Great job. And is there any other art projects that you've done that you're very proud of? I know you have many. Can you tell me about one that you're very proud of?
This one was at my old school, but we did weaving like with yarn, and I was very proud of that because it was my first time doing it with yarn.
Oh, wow. You're very creative. Well, thank you so much, Hannah, for joining us today and sharing your beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
My name is Olive Leslie. I go to Nolensville Elementary, and my teacher is Miss Weekly.
Miss Weekly. And can you tell me, what was the assignment Miss Weekly gave you to make this beautiful piece of art?
So she told us to make a value scale of like kind of like a night sky and a tree. And so first we painted the sky and then we added the tree.
Oh, cool. And what medium did you use to paint each part of your painting?
So we used the lighter color to a darker color, and then we used black for the tree, kind of like a silhouette.
Oh, beautiful. And what is your favorite medium to use?
Probably in the middle.
In the middle? Do you like watercolors or pencils?
I kind of mostly draw with pencils a lot. Like I'm always like sketching in my notebook.
Oh, so you're going to be an artist when you grow up, maybe? Maybe. Cool. Very nice. And what is your favorite thing that you like to draw when you have your sketchbook? What are the most common things?
I usually draw people.
People? Oh, very good. If you can draw people, you're very talented. Can you do the eyes?
Not really good.
Not yet. You get the eyes, then you're on your way. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your beautiful artwork with us.
Okay, my name is Bella Zamora. I go to Heritage Elementary School, and my art teacher's name is Miss Trickus.
Okay, Miss Trickus. When you were in class and Miss Trickus was giving you instructions, what did she tell you to draw for this piece of art?
Well, at first, she told us to draw a dot about here, where she said that is called the vanishing point. Then we were supposed to use a ruler and draw a line about here where you see the Sharpie. And then that was the instruction. That was the instructions, because before we did that, we had to finish something that we were already doing. So when we began this, we just drew a line and a dot, and then we got to begin again by drawing in pencil, and then tracing it in Sharpie. So I use both a skinny Sharpie and a normal Sharpie. That way I can get all the details for the skinny, because some of the details were very small, so I use the skinny Sharpie for that, and the normal Sharpie I use for some other things, like the bricks you see on this painting right now.
So the brickwork is Sharpie as well, or the outline is Sharpie?
The outline is Sharpie, and then what I used to color in the square was either crayon or pencil.
Okay.
I think it was crayon.
Crayon and pencil. And what is your favorite medium to use when you're making art? Like if you had to pick, what would you pick mostly? Would it be paints? Would it be watercolors, pencils?
I think I would prefer pencils, because I like how when I use like a normal pencil for school and write things, and when I do some sketching with just a normal plain pencil, I always like to stay in the lines. With marker, a little messy, sometimes with same with oil paint, with oil pastels paint. I wasn't always like the best at filling in or making originally. And then for like markers, they will just bleed together so much. That's why I really enjoy the pencils, because they're so neat, and I just like how I work with them.
Oh, cool. Now looking at this beautiful painting that I'm seeing, who is that little princess right there in the middle? Is that you?
I honestly just, when I draw and I draw people, I just like to draw random people. Sometimes I'll like draw friends or family of mine, but this one I'd say is just came to me. It was like a random person I just wanted to see walking into a sunset.
Oh, beautiful. Now, is that the name of your painting? What's the name of it? Is it that name? Girl Walking in the Sunset? You didn't name it yet?
No, but I think I will name it that.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your beautiful artwork. You did a great job.
Okay, my name is Aubrey Irvin. I go to Lipscomb Elementary, and my art teacher is Miss Walter.
Miss Walker. So Aubrey, when Miss Walker gave you the instructions to begin this beautiful piece of art, can you tell me what was the subject matter?
So we were supposed to make a 3D pie, and the artist that we got inspired by was Wayne Thiebaud.
Okay, Wayne Thiebaud. Now, what type of pie did you make?
I kind of tried to make like a Thanksgiving pie, because it was like it was a little bit before Thanksgiving.
Okay. And when you made your beautiful artwork, what mediums did you use to create it?
I used oil pastel. Yeah, just oil pastel.
Oil pastels. Yeah. Good. Is that one of the favorite mediums you use? What's your favorite? If you had to pick, what would be the one you would choose to do the most?
Probably acrylic paint.
Acrylic paints. And do you do a lot of paintings?
Yeah, I try to. I'm a little bit busy, but I try to when I can.
You try to. Good job. Well, we want to thank you for coming out today. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And we will be ready for your next great adventure.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kelly O'Connor. I'm president of the Williamson County Library Foundation, and we are thrilled to host and sponsor our 7th annual Student Artist Show. We have 4th graders throughout Williamson County and Franklin Special Schools, all represented here today, showing off their art, and we have some incredibly talented artists this year. This is just one of the programs that the Library Foundation sponsors, including summer reading, winter reading. We have live performances throughout the year, Lego building, all sorts of things. We are different from the Friends groups. Each library in Williamson County, including Brentwood, has their own Friends of the Library group. Williamson County Library Foundation supports all of the libraries in the Williamson County Library system. We work very closely with Brentwood, but that is not part of the library system in the county. They are a city library. But we have branches in Franklin, Nolensville, Fairview, College Grove, Bethesda, and Leapers Fork. And we support each of these branches through summer reading programs. We have provided Santa Claus at Christmas time, winter reading programs. We've provided computers over the years and game stations, I think. And one of our most favorite programs is the Young Artist Show here that we're celebrating today. The Williamson County Library Foundation exists through the generous support of people like you. We are never going to be the cupcake, but we are the sprinkles and the ice cream, and some people like chocolate chips on their cupcakes, and other people like fruit and extra sprinkles. That is what the foundation provides to each of the branches of the library. So if you are making a will or doing estate planning or just have an extra $5 or $10, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we enjoy the generosity of the residents of Williamson County.